What's going on, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I help young professionals master their money so they can build their best life. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my top 3 favorite budgeting apps that make the process completely painless. And near the end of the video, I'll also be sharing my own personal budgeting system that only takes 20 minutes a week, and it ensures that you stay on top of your spending. Now, some of the most common money problems I hear from my clients are things like, I don't know where my money's going every month, I don't have any money left at the end of the month, or I can't save anything at the end of the month. Budgeting just takes too much time and energy, or budgeting is just simply brutal, boring, and not for me. Essentially, they have no control or visibility on their money, and the idea of actually trying to figure it out kind of overwhelms them. But when I dig a little deeper, most people have these issues because they don't have a budgeting system in place. Instead of thinking of it as being on a budget, start looking at it as a spending plan. And a spending plan can help you do a few critical things. Number 1, you can gain 100% visibility on where your money's going. 2, helps you become a better spender because you start directing your money towards things you care about and eliminate the things that you don't. And number 3, you can become a consistent saver so you can plan and achieve your long-term big financial goals. Budgeting used to be so painful, right? You had the pen and paper, tracking multiple receipts, sometimes you had spreadsheets. It gives me the chills and I can't think of anything worse. But thankfully, nowadays, we have these money apps that are fantastic and can help make the budgeting process so simple and so easy. So I want to share with you my top 3 favorite apps that are free to download and will save you time, money, and energy during the budgeting process. All the apps essentially do the same thing. They bring all of your accounts and your credit cards into one central hub to give you a 360-degree view of your money and your spending habits. However, they all have their own little unique features which make them different. So what I'm going to do today is actually show you the functionality of these apps and the pros and cons and help you make the most informed decision on finding out which app is exactly right for you. So up first we have Money Dashboard. This is actually the app that I use and it's completely free. It's called Money Dashboard here in the UK, but I know that there's a very similar app in the USA and Canada, and it's called Mint. So let's walk through the functionality together. At the top, you have Accounts tab, where you can link all your credit cards, debit cards, and savings accounts from different banking providers. Linking your accounts is super straightforward in the app, and Money Dashboard supports the vast majority of large banks, so you shouldn't have a problem. And once you've linked all your accounts, you can start tagging or categorizing your spending to start tracking exactly where your money's going. The Transaction tab lists all your transactions across all your linked accounts. To start organizing your spend by category, click on a specific transaction and you can categorize it into a large bucket like enjoyment, or you can go super granular into subcategories within enjoyment, such as memberships. At the top, there's an option to click Tag Similar Transactions. By selecting this, Money Dashboard will automatically tag that same recurring transaction each month, which can save you so much time, especially if you visit places or certain stores often. The app doesn't have a specific tag for all your transactions. You can create your own at the bottom, let's say salsa dancing classes. Now I want to share with you some top tips. If you want to get an accurate breakdown of your spending, you must be as specific as possible when categorizing your spending. Second, you need to go back and tag a minimum of 6 months, ideally 12 if you can, as this will give you a good view on exactly where your money's going, especially if you don't buy the same things every month, like a trip or something like haircuts. Finally, within the Budgets tab, you can set up and customize your budgets to help keep you on track. When you add a budget, you can name it, set a target amount, and tag the transactions that will be included in that specific budget line. You can customize when your budget starts, so let's say on the 1st of each month, or maybe you do it payday to payday. You can set a total budget on all your spending, as well as set up budgets for major categories that you want to track. There's no limit on the amount of budgets you can set, and you can see as the month goes along how well you're staying on track to meet that budget. The dashboard is where you can get a quick snapshot of everything. You see, this will be where you can see your net balance, the money you have minus the money you owe, a breakdown on spend by category. You can adjust these date ranges to actually get a different view over time. Some of the major pros about Money Dashboard is that you can use it on desktop or mobile, whichever you prefer. For me, it gives me the most detailed breakdown of spending categories, which is super useful to give me insights into my spending behavior. And finally, it's a free app that works with nearly every major bank. But some of the drawbacks of Money Dashboard is it doesn't really include investing accounts or pension pots. So you'll likely have to have another app to track those things. And also the transactions that you make, there's a bit of a delay when they show up, when you actually make them in store and when they show up in the app. There's usually about a day or two, but those are the biggest drawbacks I've found. Moving on, app number 2 is called Emma. This is available in the UK, US, and Canada. And for me, it's the best app for people who hate budgeting. Once you download the app, it'll automatically prompt you to link all your accounts, which is very easy. And the interface is super mobile friendly. It functions more like a social media app. If you go to the feed, this is where you get a snapshot of your finances from how much money you have in your current account, savings accounts, and different debts that you owe. It'll also show you how much you've spent that week or that month, as well as give you a breakdown of your monthly subscriptions. One cool feature on the accounts is that you can link all your investment accounts and any outstanding loans that you might have, which will give you more of a holistic picture of your finances in one app. Under the Analytics tab, you get a clear breakdown of money in and money out every single month. The free version of the app will automatically tag your spending into different categories. If you want to customize your spending categories, you'll need to pay and upgrade to Emma Pro, which will also unlock some additional features such as exporting data, unlimited budgets, and priority customer service. I've been using the free version for a while and it works pretty well for me. Emma also has a rewards program which gives users discounts on stores and products such as beer, coffee, and things like gym memberships. Some of the major pros about Emma is that it's super user-friendly on mobile. It's by far the best app for clearly displaying your monthly subscriptions and direct debits. This can be super useful to highlight those things that you signed up for, forgot about, don't use, but are still paying for. It just allows you to cancel it right away. And also, it links your investments and any outstanding debts you owe, which pretty much makes this the only money app you really need. And Emma, it just feels more fun and gamified than the other budgeting apps with access to quizzes, quests, and there's a community you can join on it too. But some of the main drawbacks for Emma is that it costs money to get access to those good features like customized tags, the unlimited budgets, and the customer service. And it's only available on mobile with no desktop version. This may matter to you, it may not. At the time of this video as well, it doesn't yet have the ability to link your pension pot. All right, last but not least, app number 3 is called Yolt. At the time of this video, it's currently available in the UK, Italy, and France. You'll notice a lot of similarities between Yolt and the other 2 apps. As you can see, there's a dashboard. It's the central hub to give you insights into your account balance, budgets, and your monthly spending. At the bottom, you can see there is a tab for linking your accounts, which you do when you download the app, just like Emma. However, you can add accounts anytime you like. You can also filter your transactions by month, category, or by merchant. Here's where you would tag your transactions to keep tabs on where your money's going each month. The 2 main features which make Yolt different are the pay feature and the action feature. Let's look at the pay feature first. Within the other 2 apps, you can't do any form of banking or transferring your money. It's display only. However, Yolt Pay allows you to actually transfer money between accounts you've linked in the app and split bills with your friends. Yolt Action is pretty cool. It provides users with guides and checklists on how to manage your finances better. This includes standard features, things like setting a budget or tracking your bills, but it also makes recommendations on things like best interest rates for savings accounts. It actually suggests switching bill providers to save you money, insights on phone and travel insurance options. You can add pension and investment accounts, and it also gives you advice on currency prices abroad. While this is a helpful feature, Yolt has no doubt created partnerships with these specific companies. Therefore, Yolt is massively biased on which providers they recommend to users. So make sure that you do a bit of homework before you blindly trust Yolt's advice on which companies to use. With Yolt, the standout feature for me is just how user-friendly the app is and how simple it is to use. The action feature does go above and beyond your traditional budgeting app, giving you kind of guidance and tips on how to make your money go further, which is helpful. On the downside, however, Yolt only really works with 25 banks, which means there's a higher probability that it might not have the bank that you use. There's also no desktop feature, it's mobile only. And lastly, it does not show transactions in real time. There's usually a lag somewhere around 1 or 2 days. To summarize, there's a lot of overlap in the features within these 3 apps. There's no bad choice. They'll all help you get better control of your money, customize your budgets, and show you where your money's going each month. What I'd recommend doing is actually downloading all 3 and give them a test drive before you commit to your favorite one and start tagging all of those transactions. Regardless of which one you choose, you should follow these 5 steps to get the most out of your budgeting app. Number 1, download the app of your choice. Super simple. Number 2, link all the accounts that you want to track within the app. Number 3, tag or categorize your spending for at least 6 to 12 months. Remember, the more detailed we get here, the better the breakdown of our spending habits will be. Number 4, set realistic budgets for any spending categories you want to track and monitor. And number 5, create a review system to meet your budget targets and monitor your spending behavior. On the last point, I now want to share with you my quick and easy system that allows me to review all my spending and budgets weekly, and it only takes me 20 minutes total. So pick any day of the week, for me it's Friday, and block out 20 minutes by setting yourself a calendar reminder called Financial Review or Financial Friday. And when you get the notification, take 10 minutes and tag your expenses from the previous week. Take another 10 minutes to review what you spent your money on and how you're tracking towards your budgets. If you're not happy with how the week went, think of ways you can reduce your spending or set a challenge for the following week to eliminate something altogether. This will allow you to course correct in real time. For example, let's say you did takeaway several times last week and you're getting close to blowing your entire monthly takeaway budget. For the next week, set yourself a challenge, meal plan, grocery shop, cook at home. That's it. It should not take you more than 20 minutes a week, and trust me, having a budgeting system in place and reviewing it consistently is the first step to mastering your finances. I'll be dropping knowledge on personal finance every Wednesday, so please do hit that subscribe button below, and I will help you master your finances and build your best life. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.